we'll get back. I'm trying to juggle many things at once, but we'll. I think we're gonna get back online in just a moment, but we are trying to get back online. Are we back online? Hello, hello, hello. If anyone is still there. The stream crashed. Okay, we're getting past some blue cards over here, so maybe people aren't going to care about blue cards. But, Voltaren Estate, but that only counts on that. Yeah, I'm not loving those cards. Whoops. But let's just, I'm trying to... Stream crashed. Stream crashed, but we are back. But anyway, let's, thanks for coming back. Yeah, the stream crashed, right in the middle of a draft, of course. Why couldn't it have crashed when we weren't playing for real? But, okay, I'm just trying to get back in here. What am I doing? Green and blue and tokens. Haven't really got any good removal yet. That's a problem. But, put that there for the moment. So I'm just trying to reset all my stuff. I'm trying to do two things at once. I think we're coming back. Tell me if it worked. I think we're back. We have at least one confirmation that we're back, so let me just finish. Oh, I'd really appreciate that. Thank you. But let's, I think we're back. Old Nabone. Alright, let me just make a pick over here, and then I'll get back. Yep, so we're back. Sorry about that. For some reason, the stream crashed. Gabe, you're back. Great, thank you. Yeah, I don't know why this suddenly crashed. Right in the middle of the draft. You didn't miss much, I think, but we're I think we're back. So let me just reset some of these settings here. I'm trying to do three things at once. It's amazing when it crashes right in the most inopportune time. Pop out chat right there. I think we're back. I think we're good right here. Okay, we got to be on the lookout for some good removal now. I think this is kind of coming together. I'm not fully putting it together that great, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, it wasn't you. It was, just that it was not behaving. Alright, so 2 mana utility vehicle. That's pretty good. We'll grab that. So I think I'm good with everyone. Welcome back, everyone. I think it's working, and while I'm the bottleneck at the moment. Okay, let me make my picks here. Sorry, everyone. I guess everyone's kind of figured out what they're trying to do in their deck. I'm still kind of just picking a bunch of little bits of everything. I don't even know what my main color is. I'm just kind of grabbing some good stuff. Although I need to really be on the lookout now for... I really need to be on the lookout for removal. Do I have any good... Drizzt Do'Urden is a pretty cool elf ranger. Might be leaning towards green-red now, possibly. Ooh, Roaring Earth, that's a good one. If you've got creatures in landfall, you'd get good stuff. But I'm going to grab this rare first because it's got reach and ward and adventure, and it creates wolves and such. So let's stay with the green theme. See if that Roaring Earth wheels back. There's a green-red land, so maybe we'll focus on green and red. Wolf Willow, a little bit of ramp, Retriever Phoenix. When this enters, if you cast it, learn, as long as it's in your graveyard. If you would learn, you may instead exile and it comes back. There's that drop, there's that ramp. No one wanted to give Gideon a home. Okay, so we're wheeling back to this pack. Let's clean up some of these things over here. Let me just for the moment take out the non-green and red stuff. Yeah, I think if I kind of whittle this down a bit. All right, Destiny Spinner makes my creatures uncounterable. Pay 4, bring a land to life. Wolf Willow, a little bit of ramp, and then later makes a wolf. If we splash for a little blue, we can have the combined Chrysalis, which gives tokens flying. Oh, there we go. No one took the Roaring Earth. Nice. That one can get out of hand very easily. Oh, Sithis is amazing. That is a snap pick. Whenever you cast an enchantment, gain 1 life, draw a card. That is a turn 1, pick 1, and then it's just getting a bunch of enchantments, and then it just goes over the top. That should have been the pack 1, pick 1 instead of pack 3. But I think that still works. I'm very light on removal, unfortunately, so I think I've really got to look out for that now. And as we get our next pack, let's... Oops, here we go. Cataclysm, Gear Hall, Bloodthirsty Adversary, 2/2 with haste. Enters the battlefield, you may pay whatever, any number of times when you pay this. Put that many +1s on this. Then exile up to that many creatures and instant cards with mana 3 from your graveyard and copy them. Way too confusing. We have put counters plus make them into mana dorks. So let's give a shout out to some recent subscriptions. Shout out to Beat Fate for a recent sub to the channel. Appreciate it. Gonna grow the audience. Not sure if that was, I think that was a YouTube follow there.
It's nice to meet you. I'd love a friendly duel.
Okay, here's an enchantment. Dual land in blue. Soldier. That growth can get out of hand. Make a huge Hydra eventually. So who else was here? NJ Myleria, Squirrel Nest Bandit, Fruit Ninja Mike, 30 Mangoes, and X Gratuitous. Those are the opponents. As I was saying, it's just a little thing, but I like that it's I like that even the little thing like that helps you.
Your corpse will make a nice souvenir.
Vrask is so tough. I like to see, it's just a minor thing, but I like to see within this draft here the opponent's avatars and their names. For a while they just made it anonymous, which I'm not sure why. If you need subscribers on the Pizza Quest page you belong to. Ooh, very cool. So it actually worked, and I appreciate it for passing my name out there. Definitely appreciated. Whenever this attacks and other big creatures, this gets a +1, then double. Nah. Field trip. Some ramp. Here's another recent. Here's a more recent subbers. Thank you, Vishnu Kotarajaras, also for another Kotarajaras for another subscriber. Kamal's Druidic Vow. Pay X. Look at the top X cards. You may put any number of lands directly to the battlefield. Put the rest into the graveyard. Search for the land. Gain 2 life. Well, that'll probably wheel around. Probably. But then this will let me mana fix. Because I'm just going to have very little bit of blue. Epic Proportions. Give a creature +5. And trample. That'll win the game, right? Or an ambush. That'll have a... Yeah, let's do that. Because that'll be some removal. If that Proportions comes back, I'll take it. And all of here's just left reds and blues. And there. What can we do with red? Destroy an artifact, or deal 4 damage to a flyer, or cycle, or the augur, based on things in the graveyard. Double vision. Oh, there we go. Garuk's Uprising. Another enchantment. Explosive Singularity. Okay. Well, this is a bit of a mishmash, but we'll see if we can do something with it. So how? Well, first of all, let's pick some cool sleeves. The draft has to be your most favorite thing on the stream. There's always something new. On the cubes, I think this is a cool thing to do on stream, definitely. And I don't draft enough the regular sets, I think, to be as entertaining perhaps sometimes on the stream as I would like. But thanks and I appreciate that you like the draft portion of things. Let's pick some cool sleeves. We got the brand new Capenna sleeves here. Which one do we like? The green one, the blue one, the red one, the black one, or the white one? This is Cabaretti. This is Obscura. This is Rivetti. And I don't remember these two. So what are the names of the other families? What's the easy way to find it? Wizards has been publishing so many articles recently that you have to scroll back pretty far to find. There was an article that just had the list of all of the families. How do you find that? Family. All right. Oh, here we go. So the ones that I'm missing are brokers and maestros. So Cabaretti, Obscura, Riveters, and one of these two is brokers and maestros. I think this one's brokers. It's white focused, and this one is black focused maestros. So yep, those are the new 3-color shards or wedges or whatever. Let's go with, they all look pretty cool. Let's go with Cavaretti, this cool mask sort of thing. Actually, here's what I want to do. I'm going to restart Arena because after the, after that crash, it just makes the app work weird. So let me do just a quick reset. We're still here, of course, but let me do a quick reset to wake things up. I noticed that sometimes when this crash happens, and I don't know, this has been happening on the last several streams, hasn't it? For some weird reason. I'm not sure why the, maybe I need to reset my modem or router or switch over here or something. Maybe it's overloaded with gigabytes. And when I play here, see, I can tell because the friends list went, the friends list deactivated. Oops, actually, get back to the game to show you what I'm talking about. Right here. So I could tell I was disconnected from my friends list a moment ago. So now that it's back, right there. See, now it's reconnected. Anyway, let's get back to this draft. Let's see if we can put this together a little bit better. We're at 46 out of 40, so not too much to change. I don't really need any blue mana because this will take red mana, so I can make it a little bit more efficient. Well, actually, I do need a little bit of blue mana to guarantee I cast my Chrysalis, which makes all my tokens with flying. And then with white, maybe I don't really need anything with white. What is supposed to be white? Oh, here it is. Spirit summoning, but they can just be paid with red. So let's remove that. And then add in blue. We have one dual land, well, a filter land, which will be close enough. Monocolor, we have a dual land with red and green, and then just regular mana. Alright, so we're at 46. What is this one again? Deals 6 damage to each of up to 2 target creatures and planeswalkers. Well, 6 damage to each. Cost X, where X is the total power of creatures you control. So that could go down to 2 red mana if I've got enough creatures, enough tokens, and it'll deal 6 damage to 2 creatures and planeswalkers. Makes a 4/4 elemental token. Makes a lot of mana. Enchantment. When it enters, it deals 4 damage to target creature. So you give your creature +1 and you deal 4 damage to a creature. Kinetic Augur is all about sorceries and instants. How many of those do I even have in the deck? 2 instants, 8 sorceries. Okay. That could get big. Jukai Preserver, put a +1 on a creature when you cast. When this enters. Kolvori, this one just kind of auto-picked it for me when the stream had crashed. So it's a 2/4. As long as you control 3 or more legendary creatures. I don't think I really even have that many legendaries. Do I? Can this search type legendary? Okay, yeah, I've got, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's legendary creatures. If you control 3 or more legendary creatures, it would count itself. No, I have enough legend. Okay, I have enough legendaries, I guess, for this to kind of do something. It'll get +4/+2 in vigilance. Look at the top 6 cards. You may reveal legendary. Put it into your hand. Vraska makes Death Touch Assassins. Krenko makes tokens. That makes tokens. This makes tokens. Searches for a forest. If I've got big creatures, this draws me cards. I might not need that one. I might not have a lot of big creatures. 1, 2. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of big creatures for that uprising. $41 cards. I think I can give it a shot with this for a moment. Let's try it here. 41 cards. Some token stuff, some enchantment stuff. Part of what I want to do today also is look at, so there's a new set coming out this weekend, and I want to look, there's an article on the Wizards website of the new, I hope it's good, yes, we'll try to get it to do stuff. There's a new article on the Wizards website that lists all of the new legendaries to make decks from, so we might browse that a bit. Okay, I have here, I can go get my red mana, although I need double red for Krenko, right? No, single red, okay. They go first. I have the Hydra growth. Okay, we'll start with this, because then I play 2 lands here, then the Science, go get the red mana, then I can bring out Krenko. Oh, there's the red mana, never mind. Alright, I have all the colors that I need, plus double green for Ashaya. Just need, but it doesn't do anything until turn 3. Well, it lets me play that spell turn 2. Ugh. Alright, well, they have the amazing card on turn 2. Let's see for ourselves. Hopefully they don't have too many enchantments, but I'm sure they will. I'm sure they crafted the deck pretty well. Just to be safe, let's grab another blue. So that's what you want. You want Sithis right away and then start enchanting it, because that's going to gain you life and draw you cards. There we go. There's one. But only one time. Gonna go learn anything? They did. Okay. Go grab a land. That's gonna be a permanent +1. Okay, this is big trouble. Hate to say it already, but that's already big trouble. But okay, if my Krenko can survive, it'll start to make blockers. If it doesn't get pacified or something. So that's a very good combo there. It's just an easy automatic combo, unfortunately. And then we got binded. Okay, well, we're dead, right? Yep, pretty dead. Well, they'll be able to tell their grandchildren about this. Turn 2 Sithis, turn 3 Sparring Regimen, game over. Because by the time I bring out Ashaya, they'll probably have some other removal, and then... Yep, every enchantment. They definitely crafted their deck very well. That gives it a counter and untaps it. I'm really flooding with lands for some reason. That'll at least let me block, but let's see if they don't have removal. Krenko can't attack, but can it be used for... Ah, that's gonna remove a Shia. No, actually, it doesn't remove a Shia because it's a land, right?
To explore.
No, it still does it, of course. Yep.
You cannot escape the bonds of fate.
So, how do we deal with this? We have completely dead, or dead next turn. I have no idea what I can draw next turn to survive, but if it's nothing good, couple of tokens, I guess, but that's pretty worthless. Okay, let's
The patterned future appears before me.
they definitely built the enchantment deck way better than me. Another enchantment. Okay. I kind of saw, like, very early on that was just gonna win. It definitely went on. Okay, so it's best of 3, so there's nothing I can really sideboard in. Oh, actually, portable hole plus that land. It's just so funny that it's just so funny that they definitely much higher optimized or drafted way more optimized. All right, at least I get to go first. Oh, there we go. That's what I want. Okay. But actually, I don't have the white mana. Never mind. Oops, this is actually a pretty bad hand. Because I've got the green part of it, but not the blue or the white. So let's see if maybe I get... You know what? And this actually just reminded me. I cut all the white mana. I forgot that this needs white mana, so... I gotta go back to the drawing board on the next game. This deck is horrible. I forgot the white mana. Extremely slow too. Nothing happening on turn 2 or 1. Because right here, if I go tutor for planes, I forgot to put planes in the deck. So, guess blue. Guess what I'll try to do is bring out Vraska and make some assassins. And then on the next game, just really craft like a real deck after I remember what's in the deck.
You won't see the end coming until it's too late. Pirates and I get along because we're both cutthroats.
Okay, so we're gonna try to come together a little bit here. Okay, that's the one that has a novel written on it. Let's see, I'm gonna let them figure it out. Okay. So, again, I put the portable hole, but I don't have any...
Oppressors deserve whatever I feel suits them.
Alright, well, at least I've got a 4/4 to block. I mean, I've got a Death Touch creature to block the 4/4. What do I do next? These cards are completely dead in my hand unless I get the dual land. That one can be set to white. When stuff dies, you make clues, right? Whenever a non-token creature you control, investigate. Yep. Alright. So that one's going... There's that Sparring Regimen. I don't have any enchantment removal. But if they attack, I can deal with it. Yeah. Here's the big brain tech. Let's sacrifice one of these pests, which gives me a life and then turns it into a 4/4.
I'm an artist when it comes to murder.
So when I go back to the deck, I'm going to let it auto-suggest. Auto-suggest lands for me. Would this be the cube? This is part of the cube. Yes, it is. It is playing the cube now. Okay, let's scry into something good. I guess. I got 2 4/4s, 2 big old scary 4/4s in the air. That'll do something, right? Alright, I'll attack with these 2 4/4s. Turn that 2/2 into another 4/4. They're looking for answers. I guess if they attack the Planeswalker, that's fine. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They have 10 power on the board. I've got also 10. Uh-oh, they're looking at one of them. Okay, got one creature neutralized. Is there any way for me to get rid of that? Only they can do it? Well, guess we'll get rid of one here. There's no way to proliferate. Alright, Ashaya. It's just a big, scary 9/9. I guess they want to attack the Planeswalker, but now that's a flyer as well. And again, if they go to attack the Planeswalker, who cares? It's the player that is the one you're supposed to remove. That's a whole lot of mana. Okay, Calyx is going to hit my Ashaya again.
I am born of Nyx, child of the stars.
And there's going to be no way for me to remove that, so I won't be able to get it back.
A punishment befitting of the crime.
Alright, let's see if they go attack the Planeswalker. Yeah, they're gonna attack the Planeswalker. Okay, then we've got the, okay. No attacks, maybe. Yeah, they want to hold on to that blocker. Such a good card. It's only 2 mana, it's 3 mana, and then it just makes things stronger and stronger.
Oh, the day is yours.
Fate has forsaken me.
So here's a fun trick. If I sacrifice this token, I can make this token, and then I've got a blocker. Wow. So it's not vigilance, but it acts like it. Come on, where's my dual land? Then I can do so much. Not really, but if I get my dual land, I can make white mana, and then I can drop it and hit the 3/2. Now this, whenever this dies, put an X counter on target creature you control, where X is the number of counters on this. Okay. Alright, so now we got a 6/5 with Ward. And they're just gonna keep doing that. They'll put it on the 3/2. Actually, that's not bad at all. Okay, this hollow. If they... Okay, just weakening them. I'm winning the race so far on attackers, but they're about to do 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. Which is fine. So now they have a completely unblockable creature. I have no way to get rid of that enchantment. Makes a golem with first strike, and then a land. Okay, well, good game, opponent. Just go all in for no reason. All right, you got me. All right, so let me put in the planes that I cut for some reason. I forgot that Sithis was 2 colors. I only saw the other land that had... I mean, I only saw the other card that had white mana, and I thought, oh, I don't need white mana because I can play for it with the alternate color. But definitely the problem with... Alright, so we got our mana working a little bit better now. Let's see if this will come together a little bit better. And I don't know if it's just I'm so blind to not noticing removal in the packs, or I am not getting removal in these packs, but like on the last, is it just me, or on the last several drafts that I've done with all of you, I haven't even seen any draft, I mean any removal. Alright, dual land, red and white. So we're ready there. Turn 2. Green. Go grab another green. Although I could grab a red, because I probably have some red stuff happening, but I want double green eventually. I've got to go grab a red just in case. Although I want another green to be sure to cast a Shire. Oh, no, Field Trip can go get me another green. Alright, so next turn play the red. Okay, good. Nothing yet. Play the red, play the Field Trip. Go grab another green. Do I want to go grab something? Yeah, let's do a scry. That's fun. So I wasn't trying too hard to get learn cards, but then that worked. We're both playing kind of slow, which is fine. I don't see red mana. Alright, so Ashaya Got a big old scary 5/5, 6/6, and then I have removal with Domri's Ambush. That only hits a creature. Put a +1. The creature deals 2 power to target creature or planeswalker. Okay, so I got creature and planeswalker removal. They're still kind of hunting for stuff. I'll put on Hydra's Growth just to make Ashaya bigger and bigger. Oops, there's black mana. Okay, well, there's some removal there. Like that. Alright, Jukai Preserver. I could start setting up the Hydra's Growth. Solemn. Fine, I'm gonna have to do Domri's Ambush. That draws them a card, then I can attack. Got a Death Touch Kappa. Okay, let's get rid of that. Now, actually, I want that Roaring Earth. How do we play this? Can we play it all? If we play this and this is the Earth, then I have enough for the Ambush, then I have the Landfall. Okay. Alright, so that's a 4/5 lifelink, but they draw a card off of the Solemn. They're looking at all my cards. What happened? I guess I'll put out the Jukai Preserver next, then put the Hydra Growth on something so it doesn't target one creature and have that liability. If you blocked with your Solemn, you would have drawn a card. That's usually good. Alright, so I gotta be careful. I gotta do landfall in the proper way. I always play with my land right away. Sir Conrad, that's good. Alright, here we go. So, play this creature first. I'll probably double block there. So, even if I strengthen them up, 5, 6, 7... Now, let's do it this way. That'll be a big one. That way. Let's make it really impressive, like that. So even if they try to double block, that won't work. All right, understandable. Seven mana lifelink, but then very easy to remove next turn. Then I've got the Bonder's Enclave. If my creature survives, I can do Bonder's Enclave, draw a card. It's pausing because you don't know that your Sir Conrad can do a thing. Do a thing. Actually, it takes black mana. You don't have black mana, so what are you pausing for? Okay. So they already used one removal on Ashaya. Hopefully they don't have another one. Echo 5 Bravo is the opponent. Siege Gang, okay. That can destroy. Sacrifice a goblin, deals 2 damage to any target. Okay, fine. Target blocks this turn if able. Okay, fine. My creature's gonna die. It already did its thing. I guess that's fine. They've got 3 goblins to gum up the works here, so that'll be annoying. But does my Hydra give it trample? Nope. But I am going to gain 12 life. But I am going to draw a card, so let's draw a card. Now let's tap this properly. A red and a green. And a white. Draw a card. Play this. Don't want to discard anything. Landfall, make that a little bigger. Gain 12 life. So it'd be way better if it simply also had trample. That's smart. Instead of just blocking and me gaining 12 life. Obviously they need removal here, and so hopefully they don't get some removal, because that 12-13 is keeping me alive. Plus they're letting me card draw. Okay, seize the spoils. Now they're in red, so hopefully they don't do the steal your creature. Steal your creature and then kill it. Black and red does that. When people do the claim the firstborn to steal your creature, and then village rights to sacrifice your creature, people are very happy. Uh-oh, that's a lot of mana that they're tapping. Different colors, actually, too. Leaf King Adventure, okay, pretty cool. And then they have left 3 mana. That's they're leaving 3 mana open. Okay, that's going to be again for blocking with the goblin and then hitting me with it. Fine. Let's do this again. Bonder's Enclave. This has been working pretty well. Cut another land. Okay. Let's play this land, make this one a little bit bigger. Attack with everything. They're gonna block and sack the goblin. Oh, okay. Fine, I would rather get rid of your Conrad. Well, I'm back down to 27 life, and they have 1 more goblin to do that same trick with again. And again, the creature, they're playing with some sort of black, so they don't seem to be pulling removal, so that's good. And then a deck of many things. Uh-oh, what does that do? Pay 2, roll a die. 1 through 9, return a random card from your graveyard. 10 to 19, draw 2 cards. Alright, that's up to 42 life. Okay, this is hilarious. Alright, that gives a... oh, okay, that's the one that does damage directly to a creature. I'll look at that one moment. Let me just get rid of this goblin. And play a land. Got 45 life. They're out of cards in hand. There. Okay, so let's see what that does. 2. Return Solemn. Okay, so 2 tap, roll a die. 1 through 9, return a random card from your graveyard to your hand. 10 through 19, draw 2 cards. Perfect 20, put a creature card from any graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. When that creature dies, its owner loses. When that creature dies, its owner loses the game. So if they steal my creature and I kill my creature, I'm gonna lose. If they get a perfect 20. $85, hilarious. Okay, if only it were a token. Anyway, let's draw some cards. Actually, I can just do this mostly with my green mana. 1, 2, 2, 3. Draw something good. I don't have other legendaries, but having another creature on the battlefield would be good. Landfall that. Gain 85 life. Alright, what are they gonna random? An 8, okay. Randomly get back spoils of something. Plus card draw. 150 life. They've got 15 cards in hand, and we've each got 15 and 16 cards in our library. Now, obviously, as soon as they pull that removal, they'll just kill the 85. 150. Is that the highest life I've gotten in one of these drafts? Reckoner Bankbuster's pretty good. They can crack a counter off of it to draw a card. They've got the card draw on their spoils, although you have to discard for that to work, right? Yeah, you have to discard first. Alright, so they'll grab a card off of that, maybe discard it to the spoils, still have enough mana to do their book. Yeah, so they're going to discard something not good, draw 2 off of that. That might be a new high life. I know people want the element of surprise, but you should probably do your book on your turn in case it is some... Yeah, they're going to still go for it. I will surprise you. Look at that, I'm about to gain 167 life. Let's see if we can... You know, this... well, this is going to make... Okay, well, let's pay this properly. Green... Green... White... Red... Vraska...
I'm good at what I do, and what I do is win.
Make a token.
Oh, I'm running out of room to store my trophies.
Green and blue to make tokens fly. I should just put the pressure here and attack with both, even though if I do, well, Kolvori only, actually also let me just draw a card off of that before I forget. If Kolvori does her search, it would, 317 life. And then now I can landfall onto that. They didn't do their book. Yeah, lifelink on this. It doubles every turn and then lifelink and then give a creature trample. Okay, they're gonna go hit my planeswalker. They're not gonna be dumb enough to go attack without a blocker, are they? And then they have enough mana. Yeah, they're gonna hold back. Okay, fine. Got another planeswalker. What do we want to do here? Let's just make another assassin.
I'm good at killing, but I don't always enjoy it.
Put a +1 on something. One, two, three. Draw a card. Okay. A land. If I play that, a land can come to life and be a huge land. No, it's based on number of enchantments, and I would have 1, 2, 3, 4. I would have 4 enchantments. I could make a 4/4 land. Let's do that. And just put a lot of pressure here. That 4/4 can come to life. Their vehicle can come to life. I'm about to gain 331 life. Alright, they would rather spend it. Well, they can still. They got another 8. Bring something back to the hand randomly. They brought back a mana dork. Fine. They're going to bring to life their vehicle, I suppose. Fine. It is a 4/4. Sure. What are you going to do with that? Okay, you're going to block with your vehicle, I guess. But then respond. Nope, can't respond with it. Assassin gets bigger.
When it comes to murder.
Target land becomes a whatever until end of turn. Okay, we'll do that next time. And then bring out this.
Hey, you look like a worthy opponent. I will help you through this.
I will help you through your grave. Alright, 648 life. Got a blocker with... Got another Hunden, another shrine. Sure. Well, they're valiantly trying to still keep it together, I guess. Alright, so... Need a green... How much do I need? I need 4. 1, 2, 3, and we got a... Oh, Team Teeks, thank you so much for the raid. You're just in time. I have 648 life. How does that even happen? I'm so bad at math, but I have a lot of life. Thank you for that. And then I'm about to make come to life this land over here. And welcome, Invader Jim, as well. Appreciate it. Look at that. My land came to life. And what else do I do here? Just attack with everything. Exactly. It's a lot of life because this keeps doubling my life every time. Now I'm about to gain 659 life. And yeah, attack with everything except that. And, you know, you deal with the blockage, opponent. So, okay, they're going to roll. What are they going to get? What are they going to get? Not a 20, not a 20. Not a 20. There we go. Better than writing it down, let's screenshot it. Print screen. Well, I'll screenshot it after they block because I'm about to gain 659 life. And they're tapped out. Okay, you got to block. And the rest as well. Next turn, they need to get something good next turn. Now here's how they could pull it together. Next turn, they could roll their die, magically get a 20, steal my own creature, and then they'll be in business. But in the meantime, let's gain 659 life. Look at that, 1,307 life.
Fighting here is more... Oppressors deserve whatever I feel suits them.
Print screen that. Okay, next. This is just overkill now. So then make a couple of... Make a couple more tokens. Draw a card. Pass the turn. There's Sithis. I even forgot to +1 over here, so just put it over here. And this is only...
Teamwork is strength.
This is only game 1, so opponent, unless if they get like Wrath of God or something, then they'll be okay. They do have 4 cards in hand, so they could still win. Let's be careful here. They could still win. They got a lot of mana and 4 cards in hand. They're gonna get an Ulamog. Let's see what happens. Let's put an instant poll out to the audience. Are we going to win or are we gonna lose? The only way that we could, well, not, I don't know. There's lots of ways to lose still, but they could roll here and get a natural 20, steal one of my creatures. If my creature dies, I lose the game. So there is that possibility. Just because of life points doesn't mean anything. We've got, hey, wait a minute, they've got 3 cards left in their library. Maybe we'll let them die by losing their cards. Well, no, yeah. What does that do? Create some more goblins? Yeah, they're just going for it. Maybe we'll just let them pass and mill themselves out. What do we want to do? Attack with the final damage? Or let them mill themselves out? Here's what I'll do. I'll attack with my 659 lifelink creature only. They'll have to block it. And then we'll let them draw to their final cards and die through their own final cards. I've got 10 cards left in my library. We'll be fine, right? Are we gambling too much? Should we just attack with 20 creatures and win? Or should we let the opponents run out of life? I mean, run out of cards. They've only got 3 cards left in hand. Sir Conrad will give them life points back. Their elixir will give them life points back. Left it on the top. Okay, they left it on the top. Conrad will self-mill. I don't think you want to mill yourself, opponent. Uh-oh, they're looking at my graveyard for some reason? Why are you looking at my graveyard? Alright. Just because I want to get the huge amount of life. I'm just going to attack with... I'm just going to attack with one thing. No more card draw for me. One goblin. A 1/1 goblin blocking 1,315. Hilarious. All right. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card for each shrine you control. They're going to draw 2 cards off of their own shrine. They have 1 card left. They have 0 cards left. Next turn, if I pass the turn back to them, they automatically die. They have 3 cards left in hand. Are those 3 cards going to suddenly win the game? Actually, screenshot that. Circuit Mender. That makes nothing, no point. They gain 2 life. Let's see if they finish the game or they pass it back to me. If they pass it back to me, I'll just pass it back to them, and then they die because they have no cards in hand. Maybe they pulled one final kill spell and they locked down my creature, and then that's fine. 2,623 life points. Is that even legal? Plus, I've been playing the opponent. They're getting the warning. You have 15 minutes left to play or else you'll automatically lose the game. This is a night of many firsts. They're frantically looking at all of their cards. What can I do? I guess the only thing they can really do is play their Book of Many Things one last time. Well, they might have done the math, and maybe they'll be able to kill me. Probably. If they're spending this long, they might have actually pulled out a victory at the very end. I have 4 cards in hand, and they have 3 black mana left, so I think we're gonna make it. 3 cards left in hand, they have 2 black mana left. No, actually, they do have the 3 black mana. Okay, I guess, no, we're dead. Okay, well, that's what I get for being so, magnanimous with my victory. Yeah, I should have gone in with all of the attacks. They're gonna mill us out. Wow, isn't that amazing how the tables can still turn even at the very end. Well, they're going to tell this to their descendants for all time. So, okay. Let's go to the next game. And on the second match over here, we won't be so kind. See, that's what I get for being kind and wanting to win in an interesting way. I could have attacked with everything and won it, of course, but I tried to be fun and say, no, you're gonna mill out. See this, their random, when they rolled the die, see, we lost because of a die roll. The die randomly rolled over to return their miller back to their hand. And the game went along so long that they had enough to mill 9 of my cards. So, we lost because of a die roll. So, once again, die rolls in Magic are a mistake. At least I get to go first again. So, what do we got here? We can make some tokens. Goblins. We have the red, the white, and the blue. There's Sithis. Oh man, not at all the colors I need. But then I don't have enchantments. Alright, so we know they had at least that one removal that one time. They have their own ramp. Not getting any green mana. This is bad. But we can make a couple of goblins. Alright, probably if I summon Sithis right away, they'll use the removal right away. They didn't have a lot. I don't recall them having a lot of removal previously. They might have sideboarded some removal in, however. Now they have been spending a lot of time on their turns, so we could wait for their clock to run out. If the game goes long again. Alright, this can give us blue mana, and I have blue mana in hand. What do I even need here? I have... I guess we'll go with blue, then make a 4/4. That'll be a target for removal. I guess we'll be okay with that. They've gotten a lot of mana really fast. We kind of know their whole deck. We went through it all, although I hardly remember my opponent's decks. We know there's a Sir Conrad in there. And that there's that random dice card that stole my victory. Sanctum. Okay, they're going to get more card draw. Staying with red mana. I mean black mana, so that could be some removal. Reckoner. 4/4 vehicle, not getting any enchantments in my enchantment deck. Perilous Mirror deals 2 damage to any target when it dies. That's a lightning bolt on a creature. Not a lightning bolt, a shock. Lightning bolt is 3 damage. Alright, got a lot of mana, but they're running out of cards. But they have that blue Sanctum, so that'll draw some good stuff. There we go, Sir Conrad. Target creature, 1 target creature blocks. Okay, they're gonna make that block. That mirror is gonna die, and then 2 damage directly to my Sithis. So this is another game. I lost the previous game. You must have missed my amazing defeat. But that's some good combo right there. So then 2 damage over to Sithis. And then I bet next turn I'll get an enchantment. So Sithis never was able to do anything good. Now for other people, Sithis is amazing. But then not for me. Alright, not an enchantment, that's fine. Let's, draw some cards off of that. So they have 3 mana. What are they dropping into the graveyard? I guess they're probably also trying to scry into that book again. Bankbuster comes to life. Can't afford to take that much damage. Now I'm losing my big creature, so I can't draw anymore, so I'm just reliant on top decks. They have the advantage in creatures over me. Alright, well, this time around they're getting the board set up much better than me. Leafkin Druid. Well, even if I block all of this, the Yeah, I think there's too much good stuff on their side. I'm gonna get all of that damage from Conrad. I've just got some little dinky 1/1s. I don't have a way to draw cards. They've got the mill. They've got the draw and the mana. I'm out of blockers. Alright, well, I shouldn't have tried to do a cute victory a moment ago. Okay, we still have, I think, one more game on this cube, so let's go for one more game, get our money's worth. And see what we get on the next opponent. Trolls in. It's a very cool Ugin. Destiny Spinner, that's pretty good. Turn 2. Alright, see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, what do we do here?
Come on, Mowu. Time to have your day. Share in my strength.
Next turn. Kolvori.
Get him, Mowu.
No white mana. Portable hole would be good. Actually, I do have white mana. Okay, let's grab that. Don't need to minus, although if they double attack there, create something, a monk. And usher, no attacks. Okay, there's the white mana. Alright, so see if we can get some more legendaries. That's a legendary. Grab another creature. Discard up to 2. Nah. That's gonna do good stuff. Then we don't need that anymore.
I've learned a lot. We'll do this together.
So 2 creatures get a plus. Thought Monitor, pretty good. 2/2 flyer, draw some cards. We got a 10/10 on the battlefield. They have some annoying blockers, however. Alright, so that's gonna be, it's gonna be putting X counters on a flyer. They've got a flyer, so what happened there? Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, pay X. When you do, put X counters on that creature. As long as you control 5 or more modified creatures, this gets +I and has trample. Oh, okay, I guess. So there's a lot of value in this deck. This is going to be kind of a waste. They're going to have all of these 1/1s that are just going to get in the way. And it doesn't have trample. Alright, so those 2 flyers are going to be hitting me for 4 points every turn. Yeah, that enchantment's really good. At least now I have a reach creature here. So in a moment when this is done, we will go through this. Here's the new legendary creatures to build new decks out of. We'll browse through these. There's some brand new cool legendary creatures. Well, I've been lucky to go first all of these times, so that's nice. Alright, let's get Varus out on the battlefield. Whenever you cast a creature, venture. Only do it once, though. Alright, so hopefully this time I have a little bit more to set up. 4 mana on that. Oh, this is very nice. Went a little aggro this time. Nice. That's a really cool enchantment. 4 damage to a creature and give the creature +1. Thought monitor. The funny thing is that these are not creature spells. Alright, well, we got lucky with getting pretty aggro. We just need to do that again. But no, the system says you get nothing. Turn 2 Destiny Spinner. Didn't play anything, but it paused for priority. Still pausing for priority. Of course, they have a destroy enchantment spell. So what does this do? Also, Hall of Oracles, add 1 mana of any color, put a +1 on a creature, activate only as a sorcery and only if you cast an instant or sorcery. Alright, well, now we've got a flyer.
Go ahead. Beg for mercy. I'm an artist when it comes to murder.
Well, I don't think I have any way to get rid of that flyer, so this is game over, right? I have a reach creature, but that's already a 4/5, so yeah, this is game over. For the entertainment value, I'll play a little bit more, but this is game over. Because they're going to be doing 6 damage at a time. So I have 2 turns, I have 3 turns till I'm dead. Then that'll be an enchantment that comes back. Yeah, I don't have any way to deal with flyers, so okay. Didn't get that aggro start like last time. Alright, so let's do finally the snack chat. I've got that probably a scam, probably a scam, not authentic pudding. Gabe, you weren't here when I was showing it, but I have this to do for snack chat. Auntie's delicious spotted dick, which is sultana and raisin steamed pudding, and it claims to be, although Mark has refuted it, it claims to be product of New Zealand. It says right here. It says distributed in the UK, but then product of New Zealand right here. So I'm gonna open up the package right here. I have to microwave it for 30 seconds, and then we can try out this. So what was actually the one that you do recommend, Mark? Not this imposter. So how do you even cook this over here? What does it say to do here? It says preparation for microwave, or you can actually steam it. Pierce foil and steam for 25 minutes. Pierce foil and steam for 25 minutes. We don't have 25 minutes. I should have been steaming it while I was playing. Peel off foil, microwave. Peel off foil. Heat each pudding for 30 to 40 seconds on high, based on a 90-watt oven. Adjust time to suit your own. Flip onto plate, squeeze, and remove pot and enjoy. Alright, so I can't take you live to my microwave, so I'm gonna put this in the microwave for 30 seconds and get it all ready on the plate and everything, and then I'll bring it in, and then we'll enjoy it together. So do a BRB, and then I'll be back with some steamed puddings. Okay, we're back. So instructions said peel the foil, microwave 30 to 40 seconds, and then flip over onto your plate. Squeeze it, although it's hot. It's telling you to squeeze hot plastic. And then it's supposed to come out, which it's not. This plastic is hot. So maybe with a thing like this, squeeze it. There we go. Kind of, not really. It's really stuck. There we go. Okay, so now it's out. It's hot. And we have this little round pudding. Smells hot. Or steamed, I suppose. Get a little bit of a flavor or scent here and there, I guess, of raisins. We'll cut into it. Is it going to ooze out in pudding, like I'm imagining? That's how that looks over here. Looks like a meat pie. Smells sweet. Definitely tastes raisiny. It also has sultanas, which are a variety of grapes. Needs to cool down a little bit, but it's enjoyable. On its own, I think it's enjoyable. I kind of feel like a dollop of ice cream or cream on it or something would add a little bit extra. That's too extravagant though. So there it is. It's good. It's not chewy or rubbery or artificial tasting. It's spongy. Let's see what other ingredients are in this. Anything interesting? Salt, alcohol, natural flavoring, sunflower. No, it doesn't mention, like, it says it has breadcrumbs as well. Interesting. But yeah, it's good. I like to eat various baked goods often with some milk, like a donut or some cake or this. I would like it with some milk. I don't think I have any at the moment. What about all of you? Do you like to drink milk with your various desserts or pastries and the like? So this is good. It's fun. It's a good flavor. I don't think this is authentic. I don't... Let's look them up online for a moment. Actually, those are definitely keywords that might lead you astray, right? So, aunties, steamed hoods. What can we see about this brand? Are they even real? Ackroyd's Scottish Bakery. That's the exact one I have here. I don't think I paid that much. No reviews. Other flavors: sticky toffee, golden syrup, and ginger. Not a big ginger fan. Black pudding, mealy pudding. Is there some haggis over here? Yeah, haggis. Some guy's reviewing it for 10 minutes. I guess all the flavors. There's a couple reviewing it. Oh, here's the official homepage. Glorious steamed puds that are moist and delicious. No artificial colors or flavors. See, that looks very impressive with like the syrup and everything. I guess that's a different flavor. Do you have Tesco in New Zealand? I know that's a shopping center or grocery store, I mean, of in the UK. What are the shopping centers that are around your neighborhood, Mark? So we have here Vaughn's. Help me out here, Gabe. What do we have? Vaughn's, Albertsons, Barron's. We have Kroger. We have Aldi's. This is bad web design. This font is very ornate, but is very hard to read. I had to zoom in 200% to be able to read this. What are they hiding? So we have the butterscotch pecan, chocolate, ginger syrup, golden syrup. This is the one that I got here. 11%. Dried fruit, 11% sultanas or raisins. This makes it sound like this actually says sultanas and raisins. But I guess on those ingredients it's an or. So you might get lucky and get one or the other. So proper. We say modified cornstarch, and they say modified maize starch. Polyglycerol esters of fatty acids. That's a new one. Well, that was pretty good. It was pretty good. It was a fun treat. Shouldn't be eating it at 11 p.m., but it was a nice. That was snack chat today. That was an international pudding. I've been eyeing it. I had it in my cupboard after I bought it a week or two ago, and I've been eyeing it, and I've been thinking, ooh, I really want to try one, but no, I want to save it for the stream. So my willpower kept it until today. So we'll rank it 5 out of 5 spots. All right, so I said next on the agenda is a cracker pack. I gotta get it from this side of the room. So we're right on schedule. Cracker pack. Switching over card cam. Oh, here's another shot of the pudding. Okay, let's open one more pack tonight. Starting off with Ambitious Assault. 3 mana instant. Your creatures get +2 until end of turn. If you have a modified creature, you draw a card. Lethal Exploit, 2 mana instant. Target creature gets -2. It gets an additional -1 for each modified creature you control as you cast this. So you can really minus a creature if you've got a lot of modifications. Ninja's Kunai It's an artifact that then you sacrifice it to deal 3 damage to a target. Kaido's Pursuit, I think we got one of those already. Player discards 2 cards and then give your ninjas Menace. Futurist Sentinel, it's a big ol' 6/6 mech. It crews for 3. Fade into Antiquity, another one of these. Remove or exile an artifact or enchantment. Short Circuit, 2 mana aura with flash. Enchant an artifact or creature, and it gives the creature -3 and loses flying. Oh, it's a cute little cat card. Lucky Offering, white mana, destroy target artifact. With mana value 3 or less, you gain 3 life. Take that, Soul Ring. Plus you gain 3 life. Mukatai, Ambusher, Rat Ninja, Ninjutsu. Sneak it in for 2. It's a 3/2 with lifelink. Every pack gets a Saga. Life of Toshiro Umezawa, 2 mana, choose one. So you do this twice. Choose one. It's basically Umezawa's Jite, Chapter 1, Chapter 2. So either put a +2 on something or a -1 on something or gain 2 life. And then it flips. Memory of Toshiro. Enchantment creature, Human Samurai. Tap, pay 1 life, add black. Spend this mana only to cast an instant. Then the uncommons. Patchwork Automaton, 2 mana. Artifact creature construct. It's a 1/1 with ward 2. And then whenever you cast an artifact spell, put a +1 on this. So it keeps getting bigger and bigger. It starts off as a 1/1. It protects itself with ward 2. And if you really focus it on your deck, it'll just get bigger and bigger. Thirst for Knowledge. So 3 mana, draw 3 cards, then discard 2 cards unless you discard an artifact. And then Dokuchi Silencer, 2 mana. Ninjutsu of 2, 2/1. When this deals combat damage to a player, you may discard a creature card. When you do, destroy target creature or planeswalker. So if this gets through, you can actually then destroy a creature. And then the rare is Mukatai Soul Ripper. These are some pretty cool names. 2 mana, 4/3 vehicle. Whenever this attacks, you may sacrifice another artifact or creature. If you do, put a +1 on this and it gains Menace. I think this was one of the ones that I was thinking of putting into the Greasefang deck, but it requires other artifacts, so didn't maybe keep it in there. But that was part of the vehicle deck that we made with Greasy. And then we've got Dismal Backwater, so the tap land for Dimir mana. And one of the proxy cards for you to hide your double-faced cards. So this week's rares, I don't think they were too amazing. If you're focused on a vehicle deck, this one might be nice. And then this one seems kind of complicated. But those are the 2 rares. Got a full art mountain. And then this is Japanese right here that says Yama, and that means mountain. So really nice full art on that. I wonder if Wizards of the Coast will sell poster size of these, because these could be some nice wall scrolls. The other thing on the agenda, then we'll do a little bit of gameplay and then wrap up for the night. The other bit of the of the night is I wanted to do a little bit of this theory crafting, which is that we were going to see some of the new legendaries appearing on the new set and just think a little bit. The cards are not on Arena yet, so I can't make these decks yet. They will be added to Arena next week, or activated. I'm sure they've already been added. But I'm going to look at some of these legendaries to make some decks out of. So we have... Can we get a better shot of these? Jaxus, the Troublemaker, a mono red. And here's a brand new ability in the set, Blitz. This is an alternate casting cost. If you cast this spell for its Blitz cost, it gains haste, and when this creature dies, draw a card, and sacrifice it at the beginning of the next end step. So you can pay 4 mana to keep this 2/3, or you can pay 2 mana to have it haste and blitz out and do its attack or whatever, and then it has to die until end of turn, and it draws you a card. So the new blitz mechanic gives you a haste creature plus a card draw. If instead you keep it on the battlefield, red and tap, discard a card, create a token that's a copy of another target creature you control. It gains haste, and when this dies, draw a card, and then sacrifice it. Activate only as a sorcery. So one at a time, one turn at a time, you can give another creature Blitz so that it attacks, then it dies, then you draw a card. So if you're doing some sort of red token deck, like goblins or something, I suppose this can do stuff. Of course, I'm thinking in deck building for Commander and Brawl and such. And, I guess if you're building some sort of really aggro red deck, this card might be interesting. Doesn't really stand out to me a lot, but we've got Jaxus. Any thoughts on that? There's a star down there in the boxing rings. A name lifted by the cheering crowds of New Capenna's deepest burrows. Jaxus. She's a fighter, a boxer, one of the best to ever do it. Got a right hook like the Capenna main line and a jab like a jackhammer. Undefeated, she's good enough that people have started to talk. Following a failed hit on her by Maestro assassins, people have started to hope. So I don't know anything about the story of New Capenna at the moment. Cool art. I really like her sort of like fighting stance. I like that main art a little bit better than the alternate art. I like the main art. I like the close-up. Again, I kind of like art that's a little bit more close-up. Her other art where she's a little bit further back, I don't think it's as strong, and I really like her expression a bit more. Kind of a sublime sort of expression on her compared to this one. It's a little bit more kind of normal. I like that she's got the magical like red fists over here. I wish she had them on the main card, and her red shiny eyes are on both. So yeah, nothing quite stands out for me on what to do with this deck, but there's that. Next up we've got Falco Spara, Pact Weaver, flying, trample. Well, first of all, it's in the new. Yes, this is I don't know, Jund or whatever the classic names are, but now in the new set, this is what are the new family names? Yeah, this should be so much easier to try to. This is brokers. So, never mind the old names, Grandpa. These are the brokers. 3/3, flying and trample. This enters the battlefield with a shield counter. Okay, so here's the new thing in this set: shield counters. All of the families, all of the 5 3-color pairs have a new ability. The red aligned one is Blitz. The white aligned one is shield counters. And I think shield counters are probably the worst of all of them, because what a shield counter is, it's a counter, like a +1/+1 counter, but you add it to a creature, or a permanent, I guess, and if the creature would be dealt damage or destroyed, you instead remove the shield counter. So it gives it indestructibility as long as it's got a counter, so versus damage or versus Doomblade. And from what I understand, that's the main function of that, unless there's some nuance that I might have missed. But again, trying to browse the articles on the mothership. Good luck with that. They just they don't. Sometimes there's a flood of articles that you just lose everything. So and then their search feature is horrible. You can't even search for what you're looking for. I'm just trying to search for the official article that explains all of the. I've probably even passed it already, but I'm just trying to find. Yeah, I can't find it easily. There's an article that lays down every new mechanic, and it would be amazing if this thing. Now this is more for the lore of it. So anyway, I'm pretty sure that's what shield counters do. They protect against damage and indestructibility. I mean, and murder. Destruction. So when this enters, put a shield on it. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. Okay, you get to look at the top. Just look at it. You may cast spells from the top by removing a counter, so any counter, not just shield, from a creature you control, in addition to paying their other costs. So you get a chance to look at the top card at any point, and then remove a shield counter, pay that for free. I mean, not play it off the top of your library if you remove counters. So if you've got +1 counters, if you've got lifelink counters, so if you get an extra card on the top of your library to play if you've got counters. So I think it's interesting how throughout the history of Magic, they always make cards that are very good, and then they figure out this is overpowered, and then they try to rein it back with less power later. Like this, you can only play the card if you pay with a counter, versus some other cards that let you play, like Bolus's Citadel, you can play right it off the top with no restrictions and such. So a 3/3 flying trample bird demon, playing off the top of the deck, looking at the top of the deck, but then you can play it if you use the counters. I think this is another one that it's interesting, but doesn't really stand out to me to do anything with this. Obviously, if you have things like Sensei's Divining Top and ways to manipulate your top of your library, because this is not a scry, it just lets you look. But then you've got to have a whole bunch of counters to trade for spell casting, so I don't think this is going to do much. Unless anyone has ideas. Cormella Glamour Thief. Grixis Colors, aka... what is that one? I think that's Brokers or something. The art is always on point, I think. And I think the art on this one of the alternate arts, looks very interesting. It's really verging back on the cartoony style, which they don't do anymore. They really focus more nowadays on the realistic style. But some of these are getting a sort of cartoony style. So 2/4 haste. 1 and tap, add 3. So, okay, a mana producer. Spend this mana only to cast instants and sorceries. When this dies, return up to 1 target instant or sorcery card from your graveyard to your hand. So you get this has got haste, so you pay 4 mana, she gets on the battlefield. If you have 1 more free mana, you can tap her and get 3 mana back. So if you have 5 mana, you can start to do... You can get 3 free mana right away. Haste. But only for instants and sorceries. And then you get back an instant or sorcery. So, some fun instant and sorcery things to do. It's a 2/4. Doesn't really feel explosive to do a lot of things on the spot. Needs... I guess you need to build a lot. You need a lot of mana, not just the 4 mana to summon her. You want at least 5 mana. Because then you can do her mana ability right away. But then you only get 3 mana back. So out of those 3, you better be able to do something with green, black, or red mana. I guess more card draw. if you've got something to do with that blue mana, you can then, if you've got 5 mana, you can get a 2/4 that then gives you 3 mana back, and then draw cards with some 3 mana draw spell. Then we've got Evelyn the coach. Actually, let me do one quick thing over here. Let's invite Big Walney to the stream. We have some big ideas about comics. Anyway, so really cool art on this one too. Oh, I just looked at this carefully. She's stabbing this painting over here right in the eyes, and there's blood coming from the painting. In this, on the one on the left, I can't fully see the art, but the one on the left, she seems a little bit older. I think I'm seeing gray hair, but then on the other ones, it looks like normal hair, I guess, or younger hair. Anyway, look at this casting cost. 2 Dimir mana, black Rakdos mana, a legendary creature, vampire rogue, 2/5. It's got flash. When this or another vampire enters under your control. Hey there, thanks for stopping by. Good morning. For me over here in California, it is 11 p.m. But thanks for stopping by. Yeah, we got to talk about that. I have to read it completely right now. I just popped over to invite you, but we'll talk about that in just a moment. We'll see, as you were saying about, because Stan's involvement will be optimistic, so we'll talk about that in a bit. So Evelyn here, it is 7 a.m. right there. Yep. Yeah, I'm time zone -7, so that would make sense. Whenever this enters, exile the top part of each player's library with a collection counter on it. What? Once each turn, you may play a card from exile with a collection counter on it. If it was exiled by an ability you controlled, and you may spend mana. Alright, so you get to steal stuff. You get to steal your opponent's stuff and play them. Well, that makes sense. Evelyn the Covetous. She's coveting all your cool stuff. So this one could be fun. I could make some fun, annoying decks out of this. Ginny Faye, Jetmir's second. She's got a little doggo and a little cat critter right there. And 6 p.m. for you in New Zealand. Yep, look at those time zones. Time zones working. If you would create 1 or more tokens, you may instead create that many 2/2 green cat tokens with haste and that many 3/1 green dogs. Ooh, okay, this is the deck I'm going to make. I'm going to make a fun cat dog deck. I might even be able to take the deck that I might already have and put Ginny Faye into it and just make a whole bunch of critters. This one's good. I'm gonna make a note of that. Where can I make a note of that? I think this might be a fun deck. I like making token decks. I like Selesnya colors. There's a little bit of red in there. This might be a deck. Remind me of that, Mark, for next time when the cards are finally out. Ginny Faye would be a cool deck to make in the future. So, let's watch the. Let's do a little digression. Where did I put? Let's do a little digression. I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna play this silently for a moment, and then we will do a little bit of commentary for a bit. So as I said earlier, on the new that was like a cool bike, a cool futuristic bike, definitely. And then the Tokegi. How do you say it again? Tokagi. The little lizard critters. It looks like he's gonna have actually one as his main buddy, I guess. So you were saying you were optimistic. Stan does seem to be heavily involved. He looks like Yukichi, doesn't he, with his like cuter, bigger eyes. The intended audience is 6-year-olds. Interview, he said that the recent TMNT made the decision to target younger because children from 7 above are more into video games. That makes sense. Now, so Felix, it's interesting because I don't think you play Magic, right? But in Magic, a brand new set just came out, which has this sort of ninja, this mixture of feudal Japan with cyberpunk Japan. So it's funny for me to keep seeing that that the new show has that style of sort of futuristic plus traditional Japan. So when I see their Neo Edo, that reminds me of that. I also thought when I was watching these clips, it felt kind of slow. If this is also focused on, yeah, exactly. It's all coming together. This kind of just intro stuff kind of felt slow. Like, yeah, he's coming into town, and he's like, yeah, like that's fun and stuff. But even for youngsters, isn't this a little bit slow? All of this introduction expository, and there's like not really much happening. It's kind of showing off the spark and the city and everything, but what is this even kind of getting kids' attention, or what? Are they even following it, that the spark is gonna do something? When I was watching it over here, I thought I don't think I've got incredibly short attention span, but I definitely see a lot of, how does everyone in the chat, like, what are your attention spans? How are you all feeling about things? About get to the point, sort of like, do you have any of that mentality? I see that a lot in social media, especially. But again, the visuals of this are amazing, and like the music was even good. I'm playing